When it comes to prospecting, you also don't need to target a million different audiences either. Be strategic about where and how you want to leverage your USP. A few suggestions are target expired and FSBO listings. These homeowners tend to be frustrated or really on the fence about paying an agent for anything. But if you have a 0% commission model, plus you also have Easy's proven strategy for selling for more, creating bidding wars, and driving that price up, you offer the perfect solution that they've been waiting for. Another simple thing you can do is just engage your existing sphere of influence. So, your existing network. Send an email or a message on Facebook, make some calls, send out a text message, and just let them know that you're now an easy listing specialist and what that means. Point in case that you can list their home for 0%. And one of our most popular things for agents that already like to do circle prospecting, whether that's direct mail or cold calling or both, is to circle prospect around a just sold. Now, this doesn't need to be a just sold that you've done on the Easy platform. It could be a traditional listing where you mention, hey, I can also sell your home for as little as 0% commission. It is something that you can start even if you haven't gotten your first Easy listing sold yet. And then once you do, you can turn that story into, here's how much I sold this for, and here's how I can sell yours for 0% too. Now let's do a little before and after exercise. If you struggle with scripts and USPs, don't worry, so do a lot of agents. Even when you get your delivery right, your delivery's still only going to be as good as your offer. Well, now you have an offer that your competition doesn't have, and it's easier than ever to deliver. So we're going to look at some examples so you can see the contrast between prospecting efforts before having an Easy Listing Specialist certification and access to the Easy platform, and after. Now, the green text is going to be the things that only you, as an Easy Listing Specialist, can say that other agents that aren't an Easy Listing Specialist can't say. So if you get this common objection that I'm not interested in working with an agent right now, well, I completely understand. Is it because you're concerned about giving up more of your equity? My approach to pricing and marketing is designed to generate multiple offers, maximizing your net takeaway. You'll put more money in your pocket. I can also show you an option that allows you to list for 0% commission. Another common objection: we've had bad experiences with agents. This is usually an expired listing or maybe a FSBO that was an expired listing. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and unfortunately, you're not the only one who's felt left down. That's actually why I've built my approach around transparency and making sure I get real results. With the easy listing method, I can even list your home for 0%. So, do you want to see how I can create bidding wars for my listings and make sure nobody's running in and out of your house and get you a little bit more money? And then commonly with FSBOs is this one. Well, we want to try selling on our own first. And deep down inside, we know that that's probably because didn't work out so well with their last agent, or they just don't want to pay an agent, or a little bit of both. So once you acknowledge, you understand their decision to sell on their own, you ask them what motivated them to sell, why they want to sell. Then you want to ask, is there any specific concern you have about hiring an agent, working with an agent? And for example, if they end up telling you they had bad experiences with agents, you can dive back into an objection handler like this. Out of all the agents that might also be calling this FSBO lead, you'll be able to say, well, if you're open to alternatives, I can show you a way to list for 0% commission. You'll still have the independence and control. I can give you full marketing services while you don't pay me a dime in listing commissions. And all the while, you maintain full control over the offers that you get and whether or not you want to accept, reject, or negotiate any of them. So if you want to know how it works, just say the word. Another one, and this is a gray area one, right? Oftentimes you call an expired lead, they'll say something like, well, we're just going to relist with our previous agent. Now, that might actually be true and they may have already relisted, and you don't want to touch that. Don't cross that line. But sometimes they just say this. They say things like, well, we're planning or we're thinking about or we might, which means they haven't really done it yet. Is it already set to return to the market? Has it been relisted? Or are you waiting for a while? Get some answers there and acknowledge that they plan to relist. But if things don't go as planned, let me know. I specialize in selling homes that didn't sell the first time around, and I'm here to offer a fresh perspective on attracting buyers. And here's the kicker. Since you're an easy listing specialist and not like any of the other agents trying to call this expired listing, you can say, I can even show you a way to list your home where you'd pay me 0%. Last is really an objection that you won't be getting anymore once you've spoken to someone on the phone long enough, but you might get this as a sort of lightning strike objection right when someone picks up the phone and finds out that you're in real estate. I don't want to pay a commission. I'm not paying. You guys charge way too much. Those types of objections. As a different agent, if you didn't have this easy listing specialist title and platform available, If you were to offer 0%, that means you're not going to get paid. So, do you think other people are on the phone offering to list their home for free? No. So, all those people that they're lightning striking against, that lightning strike may work against everybody except for you. So, you get to say, I can show you a way to list your home for 0% commission. I'm an easy listing specialist. Let me show you how it works. So hopefully this before and after illustrates a little bit of how much you can stand out with those initial conversations that will win you the permission to meet with someone face to face for a listing appointment. There will be a prospecting pack that you can download below that gives you these scripts and always gives you that reminder of why you stand out.